Coach Stanton, thanks for joining us again. You had a couple matches, home matches, this weekend, one against Lake Erie on Friday, and then back at it against Ashland on Saturday. Tell us about the weekend.
Well, Friday night was a good match for us to work on some of the things that we've been trying to do. So we're able to implement some things with our offense, work on our consistency. It was a great match for us to get a little bit of confidence back because we were playing fairly well, fairly consistent. So that was a great way to start the weekend. What we were hoping for is get some good consistent play, take care of some of the things that we've been trying to work on, try to set ourselves up for a good match on Saturday. And I think we did a good job of that Friday night. Then Saturday followed through and battled pretty hard. Ashland's a pretty tough team, do some things very well. And it came in Saturday, worked hard, did what we wanted to do in some areas, but just couldn't keep the consistency up that we needed to finish the games. And unfortunately, Ashland was able to finish, and we were right in the fight all three games ahead in some late portions of the game, and just couldn't seem to finish.
How difficult is it, the Friday night game and then the Saturday morning, afternoon turnaround for these girls?
It can be challenging. Some of our earlier weekends, we went 5 on Friday night and then had to turn around and play again fairly early in the day on Saturday. And those matches, you could tell, come that Saturday match, we were still recovering physically and mentally. Fortunately, the match this Friday didn't go 5, so we weren't as spent physically, and were able to come back on Saturday and still play at a high level. But yeah, if your Friday night match goes long, and then if by chance your Saturday match goes long as well, most teams, you're going to be feeling it by the end. So it's a tough, quick turnaround, but everyone's doing it.
We're almost at the midway point of the season. How would you assess your team's play at this point?
Well, we're not where we want to be record-wise. We're not quite in the top half of the conference, which is what we wanted to be for the crossover coming up next weekend. That's kind of the cutoff of the competition you get to play at the crossover tournament is determined by being in the top half or the lower half, and it's going to be pretty tough for us to climb into the top half. I believe we're tied for 9th right now. Not sure how that's going to shake out. Hopefully we can get into the top half, and like to face a little tougher competition just to help us down the road. So record-wise, we're not quite where we want to be. Our consistency is still an area that we're working on every day in practice. So that's not quite our strength yet. And normally I feel like that is the strength of our program, is just our consistent play. But I will say our high points are very high. We're able to run points against most teams. When we put our pieces together, we can play at a pretty high level. We just need to reach that high level for a little more consistent basis. So not where we want to be in some of the major areas, but making good progress. We're right in the hunt in all of these games, and that's all we can ask for.
Road trip to Ohio this weekend, Tiffin and Ohio Dominican. Give us a little preview.
Well, Ohio Dominican Friday night. They seem to be playing pretty well. It's a tough gym to play in. They get a lot of good support there. I'm sure Friday night match is going to be pretty exciting. So, we're hoping to go in and battle with them. A good, well-rounded team. They've got a lot of weapons. So that's going to be an exciting match. Hopefully, take care of business. We can continue to work on our consistency during this week. We'll be prepared for them. And then Saturday at Tiffin, they're struggling a little bit, so their record isn't real strong, but they've got some really good individual players. They've got some young players contributing, and those sort of teams are always dangerous. So we're going to have to follow up a tough match Friday night with another good effort on Saturday.
Coach Stanton, thanks for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, Chris.